Hello and welcome. My name is Stephanie Forkel and I'm happy to present the poster White Matter Variability, Cognition and Disorders for the Brain Conference 2022. In our previous work, we have demonstrated that variability is not homogeneous across the brain, which can be seen here by the warm and the cold colors on the white matter, highlighting areas of high and low variability. Now, importantly, these areas of high variability tend to be the ones identified as higher cognitive function areas by neuroimaging and lesion studies. However, this study was done on a group level and the whole brain white matter, and I was very much interested in individual tracts. So I set out to do a meta-analysis of 326 studies looking at the structural variability and differences in cognitive functions in healthy controls, neurological and psychiatric patients. The first thing that is evident from reviewing this body of literature was that the correlations are mostly reported for the left hemisphere, and the index of tractography that is most commonly reported was the fractional anisotropy index. Now, looking at the individual white matter, this meta-analysis has identified that most of what we know about the function of the white matter has been described in brain pathologies, 45% in neurological studies, 29% in psychiatric studies, and only 25% comes from healthy participants. Second, we saw that brain connections are not equally studied across those three cohorts. If we look at the corticospine tract, for example, that is a very prominent tract in neurological studies, but a lot less so in psychiatric and healthy control studies. Now, thirdly, we showed that variability in anatomy is correlated to variability in cognitive profiles, and importantly, when the connection is damaged, it causes variable clinical symptoms. And I just want to zoom into the arcuate fasciculus, the three segments of the arcuate, classically related or known as a language connection. But when we actually look at the cognitive profile of these pathways, we can see that it also correlates with memory, executive function and attention, sleep, auditory and motor functions, and when damaged, it causes clinical symptoms. So what this study has shown is that studying the white matter is a reliable measure of variability in anatomy and is related to cognitive differences in health and disease. Just want to briefly thank my collaborators who helped me review those 326 studies, and I'm looking forward to discussing this project in more detail with you.